Hello, I'm Russell Brand. Welcome to Trews Comments. What is Trews Comments? It's a chance for you and me to be in a dialogue so we can get to know each other better, take our relationship to the next level. Why are you talking like that? I don't know, I've stopped now. The first comment comes from A-List. He says this: President Obama is a smokescreen and also a puppet. I'm just saying. Obviously, this is a reference to the story earlier in the week where we talked about Barack Obama's inability to affect meaningfully racial relations in the United States of America in spite of being black president of the United States. Molly Lurcher says, colour and race isn't the issue, it's wealth and privilege. Oh. Differences in race, sex, nationality, religion, etc. are just used to divide and rule. We squabble amongst ourselves as the elites get away with the wealth and power. Some racial minorities do extremely well after all. Good point, Molly Lurcher. It is ultimately wealth and privilege, but I suppose if you are part of one of the persecuted minorities, like people in Ferguson, the problem rolls on, more violence in the night, I suppose you feel like it is about race. Like when I talk to young black kids around here, they feel like, well, it seems to be about race when I'm stopped and searched. So even though perhaps the motivations and the fuel are wealth and power, at the level of personal experience, I imagine if you are young and black in America or even in less obviously racist countries, it feels like that's the issue. But you're right, if we don't change the structures and the systems and the way that resources are shared, then there will always be fluctuations. Adam Adams says, there's no racial tension in Japan. Only Japanese people live there. Adam Adams is so into purity that he only wants one name, Adam. On your second name, also Adam. What name would you like? The first name a person was ever called. Look, I don't want any complications. I want men called Adam, women called Eve, I want Japanese people in Japan, and I want everything clean. Ramakas 108, what you want is institutions dominated by white people will be broken up and disassembled. Are you sure, Russell? Should we start with Trews? You have 1 million subscribers and are white. Should we find a black YouTuber with a small audience and replace you with him? I mean, alright, do you think I should do more things with young black lads? I will if you want. We can continue this conversation if you like. I mean, but what kind of power? Am I an institution? Have I got power? I feel like I'm just an institution, but you know what? We haven't got enough black people working here. I mean, we've only got peripheral relationships with a couple of black people. Perhaps you're right. I suppose you make a good point. We should all start with ourselves. Cookies 143. Talking about Obama, but he isn't even black, he's mixed. People irritate me. Are they irritating you, old Cookies 143? It is hard to be in the world. Part of the Ferguson story, of course, was the racist emails that were being exchanged within the police department. We've got a bit of follow-up on that.
Well, there is also new fallout tonight from the Justice Department's report on Ferguson. The DOJ concluding that the hands up, don't shoot movement was not based in fact.
Bit of a state of affairs, but you've got to start a hands up, don't shoot movement. Could you not shoot us? We still might.
But the Justice Department does accuse the Ferguson PD of treating African Americans unfairly and recommends more than 25 steps to reverse policies.
25 steps. We're going back to being less racist and 25 easy steps.
The Real Media Story is a community in which honest people want to tell the truth and they're afraid of what amounts to neighborhood vigilantism that prevents them from giving the facts.
That's an interesting spin. Hey, this place is really racist. No, it isn't. It is. Go along with it. Oh, all right.
The real story here is people terrified of neighborhood thugs and therefore afraid to have a better relationship not only with the local police but with all authorities.
Let's focus on the real victims here. Powerful institutions.
So it's more of a story that's being victimized, a story of a community being victimized internally than it is one being victimized by outside forces.
Well, we'll have a good chance to test the veracity of this man's theory now that 2 police officers have been shot. Let's see how that's reported differently. Let's see what the judicial process is. Let's see how it's investigated. Let's see who ends up being prosecuted. So this theory will actually get tested in real time.
There are very few companies in America, whether they're public or private, in which if you stick 40 FBI agents on the company and review every email and every document and every communication you can between the employees, you won't find any racist emails, any inappropriate comments.
There's just 2 people agreeing that Ferguson's not that bad. And look at this woman's point is, I mean, you know, all companies are a bit racist. We all send racist emails, don't we? I mean, Even here at Fox News, we wouldn't anticipate any bigotry or racism. I mean, just from today. Here's my drawing of Barack Obama as a chimpanzee. Also in the Trews this week, we talked about the new Apple Watch. Why not spy on yourself with some pointless consumerism here on your magical wrist?
The Apple Watch is the most advanced timepiece ever created.
So what? Who cares? I mean, if you need something or you don't, it doesn't matter. Like, say I take this teddy bear from a food bank and put a glass on his head, like stuff him in there like that, and then place him in a teacup and say, this teddy bear is the most cup glass related teddy bear ever created. He's available now. I think, ooh, still useless, isn't he? Johnny34 says, hang on a second, I just watched a Trews video about the NSA invading people's mail and how bad it was, but it's fine to go through private police email and plaster their shitty racist crap all over the news. This is the reason I don't give a care about the NSA. That's a nice way to talk. That's really old-fashioned. I don't give a care about Mr. Darcy's new diary entry. What do you mean I don't give a care? Why are you talking like that? People have no problem looking at naked pictures of celebrities online, no problem laughing at people getting fired for things they said in private, and yet they cry foul. This person's from the old days. Yet they cry foul over the government snooping their shit. Oh no, then they went hip-hop. Well, swallow it all, hypocrites. Swallow it all! Yeah, but we've got to snoop on the police, Johnny34, because they was killing people. It's not just, what's going on in that police department in Ferguson? Why? Why are you so interested? No reason. Oh, they keep shooting people that live there. Diamelon says, if anything, you have contributed in the destruction of the planet by infecting retards with nonsense, you fucking idiot. All your videos are based on creating controversy in order to get more views to pay for your pathetic life. Would you kindly just fuck off because you are killing the brain cells of young people? I would be less offended if your avatar wasn't a friendly little person sticking their thumb up. And then I've got to read that offensive information, then look at this avatar thing. Zimmervoid. When you talk about Apple's motive for profit, you should address the pyramid structure of a workforce, as there are people in Apple who generally believe in the products and apps they create. Yeah. It's at the top where the profit-obsessed are, and further down the chain you have enthusiasts who believe these fitness tracking apps make a difference to our lives. Yeah, I think you're right there, Zimmervoid. You're right, there are people there who are really passionate about technology and that, aren't there? I was watching that documentary, The Internet's Own Boy, about Aaron Swartz, about... and obviously you can't watch that without realising the potency and necessity of activism within the online world. And of course, yeah, human beings are human beings, so of course at Apple, everyone, like loads of people there will be fantastic. And of course, even the people that are doing the worst, most profit motivated things deep down are lovely. It's just systemically we've designed some bizarre grid within which making money is the most important thing, and it's really hard to sort of break out of that. So yeah, good points. Zeke Zero, old news. I saw a deluxe cup glass teddy on Ideal World last week. You did not. That was an original invention by me. I mean, I've lost the teacup now, but this little guy, let's force his head in there. Oh, nice. That, mate, you only get that here. Shit! No! Oh, it actually broke. Right, that's your fault that's happened. I love that glass as well. Oh. Conor Naismith, William Hay claims the only people who need to be concerned about these breaches of privacy are terrorists. But do they? MI5 knew about Mohammed Emwazi and yet he travelled to Syria. Yeah! I mean, if MI5... Right, yeah, we're watching Mohammed Emwazi. What's he doing now? He's going to a travel agent. Yeah, now what's he doing? He's buying a ticket to... Syria. Right? Now what's he doing? He's going to the airport. He's getting on a plane. Where to? Syria. Right. Now what's he doing? He's dressing up in this sort of black ninja suit thing. Right, okay, now what's he doing? He seems to be going to a hardware store and buying a machete. Right, now what's he doing? At what point are you going to intervene? I suppose the question is, if spying is not a success for what they're telling you it's being used for, then what's its purpose? The answer: to discipline the population into a state of manufactured consent using spy networks as sort of a censoring device, diminishing the free creative spirit of the public. Completely agree with that, mate. Lisa Gorham, Trewsers, and that's us. Contact Apple and explain your decision not to buy any Apple products until Apple improves working conditions and wages for their employees abroad. The richest country on the planet can afford to pay workers a fair living wage, and tell them to stop spying on their customers. Instead, as customers, we should be able to trust them and guard our privacy under any conditions. Use the iPhone feedback form. There's no way to contact Apple with general feedback. Forward this message to anyone you can. What a great idea. We'll all do that. A Tyrexify. Are those lemons real? Yes, thank you. They are. Strange question. Thank you for watching the Trews. Join us for the Trews tomorrow. I love you.
Nose is a tool that is abused to fool you and to leave you scared and confused. Trews is like the nose. If the nose was true, I want some Trews. Let's have some Trews.